Good morning again, and welcome back to our coverage of Give DeKalb County 2024. It is just after 9 o'clock, so we are live again. We will be going live at the top of the hour every hour for the next 12 hours. You'll see us back here at 9 p.m. as we are raising funds today during Give DeKalb County, and we've made it super easy for you. If you just go to lightscamera.donate.org, you can help us achieve our $25,000 goal today, which, remember, is boosted by those additional bonus pool funds, which is a proportional match and really does help your donor dollar go farther. So we want to get right to the meat and potatoes of this hour's interview. So we have Alex out on the road over at DeKalb High School right now, and if we want to send it over to DHS with Alex and our next special guest.
Thanks, Janine. I'm here live at DeKalb High School with Steve Lundin, the DeKalb Band Director, as well as what's your other title for the district?
For the building, I am the area coordinator for the Fine Arts.
Okay. So Steve and I have been working together for well over 7 years now, but very close the last 7 years for our Jazz at the Egyptian event. Which, as of this year, we have the Egyptian Theater has been able to donate back over $20,000 to the local school music programs through that. Can you tell us a little bit about what that experience has been like over the last 7 years?
Jazz the Egyptian has really grown into like one of the big events that we have here, particularly for the jazz program, and really for the fine arts community at large. It's something that everybody circles on the calendar and looks forward to each year because it's grown into something that everybody knows that they're going to get to see some DeKalb High School, they're going to get to see Sycamore High School, you're going to see local pros and
That's
jazz
fine.
progress.
I'd rather have
NIU.
them not leave the interview
It's beautiful
and have it when it comes back to me.
What's happening right here in town.
Yeah.
And the audience kind of grows
Yeah,
every year. We see new people coming in and talking about how much they loved it.
Nope.
And for the kids who get to be on
Say
stage
less.
for it, it's just really grown into something magical where they know we're going to have this incredible night, that there's
The
going
day
to be
is
this,
young. We have time for
super supportive
shenanigans.
audience, and we get to do our thing in a beautiful space, and it's really become
It's
like
amazing. They're
that
so
event for
good
the
at
kids that we all
lives.
look forward to every year.
It's insane.
So it's been an honor.
Well, my favorite part of it is at the very end of the night, we have DeKalb High School students, Sycamore High School students, NIU students, all together on stage at the same time performing together. Can you talk at all about what that's like for the students on stage?
That actually, now that we've been doing it long enough, we've finally come full circle in that we've had kids that have grown up, were on stage as high school students, and now have been on stage again as NIU students.
I didn't know
which
that. Wow,
this year
very
was the
cool.
first time that happened.
Okay.
Now that we're in year 7, we've grown up enough that that's happened.
Huh.
So what's really cool about that statement is it speaks to what this event has meant. Because when you're on stage as a high school student and you're playing in that moment and you're surrounded by all of these people who are so good, it's like, okay, maybe I can do this. Maybe this is something that I want to continue to be part of my life as I grow up. And for me as a director, like having watched them grow up and seeing that experience come full circle, this year was really special for me, particularly because that was the first time that had happened. So
that's cool.
It was
I didn't
super
know that.
cool, yeah.
Well, and I grew up playing trumpet for many years and was in jazz band, and performing. Typically, your friends and family came. Your parents were typically there, which is fantastic. But when you got to go out into the community and play before community members and other folks, there was something really special about that to get to perform for people that weren't obligated to enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so that's been what's really cool is to see so many community members from other high school friends coming all the way up through grandparents and everything in between coming to support this event. And we really talk about at Jazz at the Egyptian how this is a celebration of music and talent in the area. It is not a competition between DeKalb, Sycamore, NIU. It is a celebration of music, and it's just an absolute blast to be able to do that and to be able to give so much back to the music programs here.
Yeah, we certainly appreciate it. And something else that has really been neat with our audience, we have families. I think part of why it's grown is that we have families that continue to come even though the kids have graduated, and they know, like, hey, mark the calendar, like this is that event. That's great. We get to come out and celebrate all of these kids, get all of this great music in one night, and you know, we see people that some of these folks maybe I only see once a year now, but they're so excited to be back a part of the program and see what's going on in the schools. You know, have a little bit of nostalgia for when their kid was in the program, and it really speaks to what the community is and how supportive it is of the arts and how much people like coming out for a fun time.
Yeah. Well, and here at DeKalb High School, you guys have some great facilities here for music and the arts, which is just phenomenal to see. So how does, you know, the Egyptian Theater being here in town, how does that play into the experience of the high school students? You know, they're involved in the arts, whether it's music, choral, theater. How does that kind of play into the big picture here?
Well, having a local theater that's not, you know, the school building really changes how the kids feel about the performance, because, you know, everything here is the school, it's the everyday, and even and this stuff is beautiful, and we're so lucky to be here, but it's not the same thing as, hey, now we're downtown, and you know, there's people that went out to dinner right next door, and they came to, you know, have a nice night out and catch us as part of their show. It has a much more adult feel to it. You know, like as a growing musician, you feel like, you know, hey, this is an adult show that I'm in terms of like, I can see myself being a professional musician someday, you know, and it kind of gives you all of those like future aspiration things that we're trying to create for kids. And it's really nice to have it be real in that it's in town and we've got all the community there, and you know, and you got the name up on the marquee and the lights are out.
The lights twinkling.
And they walk through the, you know, a lot of times the kids see that stage door the first time and they look at that order and they're like, oh, this is real now. I'm walking in the stage door, you know?
Yeah. Well, as we wrap up, you know, why should our supporters and donors out there today give to the Egyptian Theater and all the other arts organizations participating today? Why is it important for the community to step up and support? Well,
there are so many reasons. I mean, number one, having a rich arts community makes your community a better community. Like it's just so enriching for every single person that comes out to experience it. And something that I always like to tell people is that, you know, I think the kids here, if you come see it, you're going to see how much work and how much passion they put into it. And it's really hard to not be moved by what they're doing and thinking that these are the types of young people that I really want to go see be successful, because, you know, you see all of the possible future successes that these kids could have, and it's really easy to get behind them and say, hey, this is something that I want to support. And here at DHS, we're just really honored to have a partnership with the Egyptian Theater that has been so helpful for our kids and for their futures.
Well, I appreciate your time today, and you know, really, your donation to the Egyptian today helps support all the way through, you know, local students, not just at DeKalb High School, Sycamore High School, NIU. Your support of the Egyptian Theater, as we're showcasing today, really has a broad reach out into the community. So make sure you get your donations in today, and appreciate your time. And I'm going to send it back to Janine back at the theater.
Thank you so much, Alex and Steve Lundin. We have such a great time at Jazz at the Egyptian with those wonderful students between Sycamore High School, DeKalb High School, NIU, and Jazz in Progress. It's so exciting to see so many young people up on our stage and getting to perform collaboratively and at the collegiate level when they're in high school. So thank you so much. We are so excited that you look forward to that event every year with your students as much as we do. And that is what your donor dollars today are supporting: exciting events like Jazz at the Egyptian, where you get young people to perform on this gorgeous stage. I wish you could see the view out to the audience, but let's get to where we are at with the funding. So we are currently at $1,135 of our $25,000 goal, with 15 donors donating so far. So if you do the math, our little pyramid's at 5%. And let's get to some of the names that have donated so far. And reminder, if you don't see your name yet and you mailed in, they're going to be releasing names from those mail-ins at 9, 11, and 1. So please, we know we love you, but we just want to make sure you know. So we have an anonymous donor: Josephine Burke, Catherine Barron, Linnea Erickson, Tim and Janet Newbert, Randy Casperson, a lovely volunteer here, Renee and John Hagelstein, Chewy Hagelstein, our first doggy donor dollar. I don't know if you've been with us before, but we have had a lot of pets donate, hamsters, turtles, and we have our first dog donor of the day. Thank you, Chewy. You're a very good boy. Kelly Sinclair, Russ and Carol Heck, Austin Schroeder, Tom and Mary Love, William C. Johnson, and the Cronin family. Thank you so much to all of those that have already donated today. And reminder, you have until midnight tonight to donate, and we've made it really easy for you. Just go to lightscameradonate.org, and if you see the page that's on the Give to DeKalb County page, remember, donate through there so that all of those donor dollars and bonus pool funds come right back to the Egyptian Theater. So let me wrap it up. Alex is heading back here from DHS, and we're on to the next stop. So we will see you back on 10 a.m. here on Facebook.